It is chugging along at the pace of a sloth. The road to 1,000 subscribers is slow, painfully slow. It is almost at a crawl at this point. It has been a 2-year journey so far, and I currently sit at just 35 subscribers, short of 1,000. I'm paying my dues the old-fashioned way, with hard work and perseverance. Posting every week for 2 years, with a minimum of 2 posts a week. Before I continue, later in the video I will have a question for you all, seeking your opinion and input. I think that I'm pretty set on my thumbnail decisions, but I also think that I will need something a little bit extra to differentiate between options 2 and 3. That comment will make more sense later in the video. Now, back in September of last year, YouTube culled our subscriptions, and for those of us working towards 1,000 subscribers, it was a big hit. At the time, I was on pace to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of October, but YouTube throttled the growth of all channels. In a way, it's not drastically bad. Even now, I am still 750 hours short of 4,000 hours anyway. But once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start to live stream and talk to you all in real time. So the hours should build pretty quickly after that. As you would have seen on my channel before, I'm always looking for ways to improve. Clearly I am deficient in some areas, as my growth isn't even close to that of other channels. Don't get me wrong, I'm not competing with anyone, but obviously I can see that many channels reach 1,000 subs in a fraction of the time that it has taken me. So there are definitely improvements that I need to make. One area that I can improve on for sure is my thumbnails. There needs to be some consistency in order for people to recognize my work, which is where I have a little bit of a problem. There are 3 forms of videos that I make primarily. Firstly, your plain old walk, nothing more, nothing less. Secondly, I will do walks or make videos kind of like I am doing here that involves narration. Finally, what I consider to be the breadwinner for this channel, the one thing that I think my future audience will be built upon, and that is the narrated New York City stories. The biggest issue that I have is that nobody really knows which video is which, unless they go to a playlist. Up until now I've used the split screen with the description on the left and the image on the right. In certain cases, such as the Mafia stories, I will keep those thumbnails the same. The Mafia stories is what is keeping this channel afloat in terms of watch time hours anyway, so why change it if it isn't broken? So this is what I'm planning on doing moving forward. And of course I will utilise these changes by also changing the thumbnails on my archive videos as well. For the plain old walks, or other types of videos that involve no narration by me, I am going to use this thumbnail design. It simplifies things and allows me to add a larger sized image into the thumbnail. For narrated walks, and these are for videos where I'm not really telling a story, normally I will just be shooting the breeze or providing a narration like you are hearing in this video. For those videos, I will use this design with the secondary box below the location. And lastly, for the narrated stories, and because I want to maintain consistency throughout my videos, I will use this design which just adds the additional description that it is a narrated story. Here is the question that I want to ask you guys though, that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. As you can see, thumbnail 2 for narrated videos and thumbnail 3 for narrated stories are very similar to look at. That's actually what I want. I want people to recognize the design as being my video. But what small, tiny thing can I add that people will see when they notice my thumbnails that will instantly tell them whether it is a narrated story or just a narrated video? I want the consistency of all thumbnails to have the same design. But what should I add to the third design? Change the shape of the bottom box? Perhaps change the background color of the box to a light blue instead of a light yellow for the stories? Or maybe I should add another element on the design, like a star or a microphone or a book or something in that vein. What do you guys think I can do to slightly separate designs 2 and 3? And just as importantly, do you like the thumbnail design? I'm not easily offended. I can take constructive criticism. It's important to me that I have consistent thumbnails, and I think that this design is a little bit more professional looking, personally. The Japanese videos aren't going to be touched. They are hardly watched as it is anyway. And the top videos on this site, the ones that are already getting consistent hits, I will leave them alone for now as well. Anyway, 1,000 subscribers is now within sight, even though I have been crawling towards that number for months already. If you are really clever, you will notice that I never throw any videos away. I have a collection of videos that will probably never be used, unless I use them as a background video for a narrated tale like this. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I now have to write a script for my next narrated story. Have a great day, and I will catch you all real soon. Bye for now.